thinking Tennessee will not score a lot of points. This Tennessee defense, what did Keith Bullock say? We're just going to attack the running game, not blitz, but be more aggressive, try to get in the backfield, and not give LaDainian Tomlinson a chance to get started.
And Rivers, who did not throw a pick the last 95 throws of the regular season, goes up top and over the head of Antonio Gates. Actually, it was Chambers with the coverage by Nick Harper. And what about I talked about it briefly, but Chambers coming over from Miami during the middle of the season and how that impacted the rest of this offense?
Well, I'm kind of smiling because I'm sure around the league everybody's going, hey, thanks, that's good. San Diego needed another good player, but what he's done, it's harder to just focus on Antonio Gates in passing situations because Chris Chambers can win one-on-one on battles on the outside.
Another 3rd and long, 3rd and 18. Manu Maliuna with the catch, but he's not going to come close to approaching the first down yardage. They give him the 9 yards and another 3 and out for San Diego.
Yeah, that was a good play, and we talked about it. Caution's the word, and Phillip Rivers knows that you can't pick up some of these first downs. Play field position because the San Diego Charger defense, we know they're pretty good too.
2 series for San Diego, a total of 10 yards total offense. Now Chris Davis back for the 2nd time. He did fumble 5 times this year. 2nd most for any punt returner in the league to Devin Hester. Cleanly fields this one and makes one juke move before he gets near the 30. David Benn, the long snapper, makes the tackle. That was a 63-yard monster kick and an 8-yard return. Tonight on The Amazing Race on CBS, we're down to 4 teams, and they're running through the streets of Japan. Who will survive the hardest challenges yet? It's an all-new Amazing Race tonight after 60 minutes on America's #1 network.
So much fun getting ready for this game this week. Norv Turner wanting his team to be loose. Approach the week that way. Let's have fun. And Jeff Fisher says, hey, nothing to lose from us. We're the lock of the week to lose. I mean, he was having a lot of fun with that last night.
No one giving him a chance. That's what he was saying. As Young hands it to Lindell White, and a good forceful run for about 8, running right behind Eugene Amano.
You play the San Diego Charger defense, it doesn't matter who you are. Just be prepared as a quarterback in the locker room. Tell yourself, well, here comes a rough day. Even if you complete passes, you win it, whatever happens, they're going to hit you. And you got to deal with it and know that that's the way it's going to be.
Giles Tucker standing up on that defensive front for San Diego. The rookie from Wake Forest, who recovered a fumble for a touchdown last week against the Raiders, making some plays late in the year. They stopped White short of the first.
A couple things too, Jim, as you watch this Tennessee offense, when it all gets down to it, they're just going to line up, and they got a big running back in Lindell White, and they got a big offensive line. They're just going to come right at you. And the San Diego Chargers, excellent at stopping the run. Big defensive lineman. Doesn't stop Tennessee, though.
3rd and 1. White bounces off the first hit. What an effort. Looked like he was going to be stopped for a loss and ends up gaining 4 and the first. Cooper finally brings him down. They ran into the back of the line on that right side.
Yeah, penetration, excellent, but good job by White of not leaning forward too much, using his eyes and not taking for granted that there's going to be an open hole to his right where it's supposed to be, and the cutback gets him a good first down.
Cut back right past Clinton Hart, got the first. 42-yard line and play action. Young, open man, has him for another first. That's Ben Troop sliding with the catch for 13.
Yeah, just a nice job. A lot of people at the line of scrimmage they're looking for the run, trying to stop it. Everybody's watching the quarterback, so that leaves a hole to the outside for Troop to go into, and a nice low throw by Vince Young. Quentin Jammer leaves his guy, sees the football in the air, but cannot make the play.
So for the 2nd time in this opening quarter, the Titans move to the San Diego end of the field. Young with 5 completions to 5 different receivers. On first down, he'll run it again with White. And he's got about 3.
And as you watch his first quarter, Tennessee Titans, they are not afraid to play a close football game. Their style, the fact that you're not going to score against their defense most of the time a lot, and they run it so much, games go fast. And Jeff Fisher said last night, I just want it to be really close in the fourth quarter to see how the fans and the Chargers players, how they react to that type of scenario.
And of course, dealing with all that pressure about having not won in the postseason in so long here in San Diego. Look at that run. Just moving the pile is Lindell White. He's got Loper helping lead the way, and it gains about 7.
Man, it's just a scrum.
Third and less than a yard.
Good job. I tell you what they're doing. There's enough mixture of passes and a quick snap count. That's what does it. Loper, number 7, he pulls around. Look at that. Pushing down the field. Amano, 54. Played till the whistle was blown. He did it.
Another 3rd and short with 20 seconds to go in the quarter, and it's Hall. And he's got the first with ease.
It's a new season high in carries.
He has doubled his season carries with 2. So they've got the first. They'll move to the other end of the field. Closing out the quarter, 3-0 Titans. Will return to San Diego after these messages. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
What do I control? I don't control the bumps and the bruises, the crowd, or who covers me. I don't control the bounces, the shootout order, or for that matter, what happens outside the rink. There are a lot of things in life I don't control. But then again, there are some things that I do.
In the soggiest Super Bowl ever, the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears faced off on a wet and wild Sunday in Miami, Florida. The Bears got on the fast track first when rookie Devin Hester returned the opening kickoff 92 yards for a touchdown. The Colts kept pace after quarterback Peyton Manning spotted a wide-open Reggie Wayne for a 47-yard score. The Bears responded and took a 14-6 lead on a short touchdown pass to Muhsin Muhammad. But from that point on, it was all Indianapolis. Colts running backs combined for almost 200 yards rushing, and the defense forced 5 turnovers. In the fourth quarter, when Kelvin Hayden returned an interception 56 yards for a touchdown, it was over. The Colts became Super Bowl champions by a score of 29-17.
Scoreboard, but they had 7 first downs to 0 for San Diego. Time of possession 11-4. They were the #1 team in the league, talking about the Titans this year. First quarter time of possession, they averaged 9 minutes first quarter action this year. Here they go on first down to start the quarter with Chris Brown, and that's good for 4. They come at you with Lindell White and Chris Brown. It's a good 1-2 combination, Phil.
Yeah, it is, and it's the team has been designed to do this, Jim. Of course, they're going to be very good in time of possession because they run the football so much, and they got a good defense. It's not like you're going to go out there and eat up the clock with your offense against their defense. So they're big, overcoming injury so far today.
3 receivers set, and it's Brown again, zigzagging up the middle on 2nd and 5, and Césaire finally ends it about a yard, maybe 2 shy of the first.
I mean, you're going to be this type of offense. You need a big running back, and they have it in Lindell White. And Jeff Fisher said a lot of nice things about him to us last night. He's played hurt. He's had injuries, just keeps fighting right through it. And it's been a very solid year for Lindell White,
who had 113 yards rushing in the first encounter with the Chargers. Of course, White reunited with the Titans with Norm Chow, who was his offensive coordinator as well with USC. 3rd down and a yard to go. They've converted again and a whole lot more. As White takes it to the 12. Ben Hartsock, one of the ones to spring the big block. 14 yards gained.
Yeah, he does it, but look at the blocking inside, and you always can tell nobody can get off the block. So your Lindell White looks at the backs of his offensive linemen, and you're right. Hartsock, nice block down inside, and again the center Eugene Amano and Daniel Loper both getting excellent blocks.
Another set of downs at the 13. And it's White. Phillips with open arms waiting for him. Restricts it to a yard. Lindell White, an 1,100-yard season. Over 300 carries. The starter throughout, 5 times 100-yard performance.
Well, I think he's taken a lot of heat this year and in the past about his weight. And Jeff Fisher just said, look, he's never going to be small. This is a big guy. And it's okay, because that's what you need in the NFL right now. You need different styles.
2nd and 9, ball's out. Ball pops into the air, and the Chargers have it. They have recovered inside the 10. Sean Phillips recovers it. That was Chris Brown trying the right side. This Charger defense led the league in takeaways this year, had the best turnover margin, and they come up with a big one here with Tennessee inside the 10.
The greetings are different. The need to feel welcome is the same. You don't just stay here, you belong.
Best college football action live on NASN.
Well, here is the script on the season with that defense. First in takeaways, first in picks, again by a mile. #1 in turnover differential. And they come up with a huge turnover here. And they'll take back the football at the 9. Tomlinson just running right down the line of scrimmage, and he'll be backed up.
Look at Sean Merriman. It's a run to the right. He's all the way on the left side of the defense. And as the play takes off, how do you get turnovers? Well, you're physical, and a lot of times on the defensive side, it's just hustling. how many people can you get to the football, and the hustle by Sean Merriman, and of course the fact that he's really big and can hit hard, all that leads to a fumble.
Pretty interesting. Goes from Merriman forcing it to Phillips recovering. What a 1-2 combination they are on the outside. And there's Rivers after the 3-yard loss on the running play. The previous play to Tomlinson. That's Chambers for 7. It's still 3rd and 6. They're still looking for their first down. Ted Cottrell, though, when we ran those numbers by him, takeaways, picks, turnover differential, he really wasn't aware of how much they had amassed in terms of those impressive numbers.
Well, he said, I don't look at the stats. He knows by watching the game tapes how his defense is playing. But the one thing he said, we practice trying to get the football away from the other team every day, all the time, and it's really served them well here late in the year.
This is usually where Gates is so difficult. 3rd and 6, and the pass play is to Gates. And he's got their initial first down of the day.
This is a replay from the game they played about 4 weeks ago. Antonio Gates going down the field against Keith Bullock, breaking to the outside, makes a nice catch, stays so relaxed when the football is in the air, so that makes him faster to the point where the ball is going to be, and he outruns defenders every time.
Goes for 16, and that's his first catch. And again, their first down.
One of the best players in the NFL, without question, Antonio Gates.
From the 29. And Tomlinson with a flag. Bullock and Tulloch had the tackle. And they've already had a couple of times in this game, talking about the Chargers, that they've been backed up by either penalty or sack.
There was no foul for holding on the play. It's 2nd down.
Tonight, 60 Minutes with Roger Clemens, one-on-one with Mike Wallace, an exclusive interview with all the questions that you want asked about the steroid allegations. And that's on 60 Minutes tonight. So for the first time in this game, the Chargers are outside of their own 30 by a yard. And they face 2nd and 8. Look in the middle, down the field, the catch is made. That is Chambers with the catch at the Tennessee 40. 30 yards.
Chris Chambers, we talked about it from the outside, goes through the middle of the defense. Nice catch as he's getting hit. The Tennessee Titans are going to split their defense. Chris Chambers is going to go inside so he doesn't get touched. Right up the middle, good throw by Philip Rivers, and Chris Chambers has made a difference since he's been here.
From the 39, again Tomlinson trying to get to the outside, and that Tennessee defense so quick, running laterally with him. LeBoy and others never gave him a crease, so he'll be backed up another 3 yards.
Well, we heard that too. Anytime you play the San Diego Chargers, you want to get LaDainian Tomlinson, like any running back, get him running sideways. And when he runs sideways, you got a big, fast defense. You're going to get out there and you're going to stop him from getting any good yards.
Albert Hainsworth is not in on this series. Andy Starks, number 90, takes his place. 2nd down and 13. And again, Rivers going to throw. Going to move out of the pocket, being chased, and just throws it away. Being chased by Tulloch and also Starks, the aforementioned replacement. And Vickerson also in. As you see, coming back to the field is Hainsworth.
Well, you're Philip Rivers. The initial protection is good. Is anybody open down the field? And the answer is the spacing is not good enough for him to pull the trigger. And that's, it's kind of what we talked about. They got the offense moving. They got some confidence. But still, you're the quarterback in a game like this. Caution is the word.
They've moved it 50 yards since the takeaway. At 3rd down and 13, Rivers down the sideline. Vincent Jackson's out of bounds. And again, Cortland Finnegan in on so many plays. Was not going to let Jackson catch that in the field of play.
Top of your screen. Yeah, Jeff Fisher had a lot of faith in Finnegan's is he can run with these guys. He'll get matched up against Chris Chambers, who they have a lot of respect for, but he thinks his defensive backs, when they need to, one-on-one, can get it done.
Well, they did change field position, that's for sure, but they come up empty at the 41, and this is Cyphers, an expert at pooch punts, getting punts down inside the 20. In fact, the #1 percentage in the history of the league for punters. He does it again after the 29-yard pooch punt. Ball back to Tennessee with the 3-0 lead.
Tradition, pride, teamwork, spirit.
He's something. 25-20, and he scores! Tigers win! Holy cow!
Heartbreak, glory. NCAA college football on NASN.
Is this the year the Cup comes to Buffalo?
To Carolina?
To Pittsburgh?
Is this the year someone scores 50 and 38?
And 37.
In 36? Is this the year someone scores 200 points?
Is this the year kids start taping their sticks like Stahl?
Is this the year someone scores 93?
Is this the year a forward becomes unstoppable?
Is this the year a goalie stops everything?
Is this the year we finally figure out who's dad's favorite?
Is this the year?
Is this the year?
Этот год? Is this the year?
Is this the year?
Our live and exclusive coverage of the new PGA Tour continues with the Sony Open. The first full-field event of the 2008 FedEx Cup season, with a competitive mix of rookies and pros challenging at Wildcard, Hawaii.
We are back in San Diego. Jim Nance and Phil Simms, the CBS crew, Lance Barrow, Mike Arnold. It has stopped raining here. First down carry for the Titans. Lindell White for 2 yards. Norv Turner in his first year as the coach here of the Chargers. You know the story. They were 14-2 last year. #1 seed. We were here, Phil, for the divisional round game. New England beat them on this field. They were in shock. They still looking for that first playoff win since back in the '94 season. They bring in Norv Turner. There were growing pains early in the year.
Oh, absolutely, Jim. Just think about it. You're a new coach. You come in to a team that's 14-2. We've heard it from the players. Hard to coach them sometimes because they think, hey, we already got the answers. We did it last year.
Pass. Quick stumble by White. Gets to his feet, but nothing doing. Loss of 4. And Norv Turner, he was the head coach of the Redskins, had one postseason win over the Lions when he was the coach of the Redskins, and then he was the head man with the Raiders. And then coming to San Diego, of course, huge success stories as an offensive coordinator, including 2 championships back-to-back with the Cowboys in the early 90s.
I think the fact that this Chargers team struggled, and again, just I'm taking this from the players, when you're in trouble, you start looking for answers. All right, coach, now help us. We're willing to listen, and that's when they started playing better.
And 3rd down and knocked out of bounds short of the first. Pass caught by Chris Davis. You know, Norv talked to us on Friday about, they're saying now the pass was incomplete. He bobbled it. All the opinions out there. And he says, you know, I really the whole while, even early in the season, we're 1-3, I knew what we needed to do. Everybody thought they had the formula around here, as you see Davis juggling it as he's going out.
Yeah, you know,
Ball
Jim,
comes
and,
out
and the formula was, when you talk about Norv, he wanted to expand what they were doing. So when they got in playoff games against really good teams, they would have something else to go to. And that was a hard thing to break through and get to this team about.
Well, the defense forces the 3 and out. Hendrick, big soaring kick. Sproles at midfield, taken off, and down at the 42. That's a big tackle made by Donnie Nicky, because Sproles was starting to kick it in that one gear he has that very few ever do. 41-yard punt, 9-yard return, and we've got college basketball next Saturday. Vanderbilt and Kentucky, or Texas Tech and Oklahoma State, here on the home of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship, CBS Sports. Talking about Sproles, though, and that speed, that quickness. He had that game here against Indianapolis when he had a punt and a kick return for a touchdown in that one game.
San Diego, a couple first downs last drive. They have to punt it away. The defense does its job. Now look at the good field position.
Play action on first down. Rivers going to the end zone. Going down the field, and it's intercepted. And it's Finnegan with the pick. And he's already ruled down. He's down, and he'll bring it out to the 20.
There's that name again. Finnegan. The whole field. And he has tremendous coverage and goes up and makes the play at its highest point.
They're going for Chambers.
From the people who brought you College Game Day and the worldwide leader in sports comes the biggest thing to hit college football in years, College Football Live. A new way to get your fix every weekday with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and packed full of previews and predictions. Get ahead of the game every weekday with College Football Live on NASN.
Hi there, folks. I'm Tim McCarver, thanking you for watching my show exclusively here on NASN, Europe's leading channel for North American sports. Join me each week as I conduct in-depth interviews with the biggest stars from the world of sports. Whether you enjoy football, baseball, basketball, hockey, you name it. Check out NASN.com for the latest schedules and guest lists, and we'll see you right here on Chevrolet's Tim McCarver Show on NASN.
In his last 104 throws, and he was hot coming off the field.
Yeah, he's mad about it, and I think he's voicing his displeasure because, hey, I'll throw it up there. Somebody knock it down, make a play. Don't let him intercept it.
Finnegan with a sack, a forced fumble, and now a pick. And Young's throw short of Gage. What happened? It was just...
Let me show it to you, Jim. Vincent Jackson comes across the field. Safety in the middle comes out. Look at the one-on-one against Finnegan. Top of your screen. Look at the space that he has to cover. Stays inside. Shows the speed to run with Chris Chambers. And then makes the play on the ball the hardest thing to do. Boy, he gets it right at the top, too.
The 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Mid-second quarter. And White for about 2 into the arms of Ryan Bingham. And you were talking about how Rivers reacted after throwing the interception, and he had a little exchange here with a few on the sideline.
That's right. Whoever's going to listen, he's going to give it to you. And you go, oh, you got to keep your cool. Look, there's a lot of ways to react. React to the way you are, and doesn't hurt anything.
3rd and 8.
Voice your displeasure when you have to.
They go with the long ball, and there are 2 Titans in the area, both Davis and Gage.
The coverage down the field. Antonio Cromartie on the outside. He's one of those defensive backs. If you get by him and you say, oh, he can't tell who he's throwing it to, but you can get by Antonio Cromartie for 2 yards. He's so tall, about 6'2", 6'3". He can still make the play when you try to throw over the top of him.
And Young took a hit on the back end of that. That's something not supposed to happen there with the 2 receivers, both in the area.
No, it's not supposed to, Jim. But being physical, that's what happened. Puts the inside receiver to the outside.
Hendrick, the Sproles refusing to move up on it because it's going out of bounds, way up the field. So Rivers coming back out near midfield, down 3.
was an offensive lineman for 4 years. I no longer wear pads, but I still carry a lot of weight on my shoulders.
There are over 380,000 NCAA student athletes, and just about all of them will be going pro in something other than sports.
It used to be easy to name college football's greatest play. But now there's a new contender to the crown.
Throws it over the middle, complete to Thompson. Thompson looking for a block. He laterals it to Curry, and Curry laterals it again, and it's caught again. And Tomlin now on the lateral, and now the lateral to Thompson, and he laterals it back to Maddox on the other side. Maddox looking for a block. He fakes the lateral to Curry. Now he laterals it to Curry. Curry's at the 49-yard line. He's dancing around. He throws it back now to Maddox, who throws it across the field to Barmore. Barmore looking to run. He's looking for a block. He's got a convoy. He's going to throw it to Thompson. Thompson's at the 30-yard line. Thompson now laterals it back to Curry at the 35. They're running out of spaces. Curry fakes. He's going to lateral it to Tomlin. Tomlin's got a chance to go. Tomlin's got a chance to go. He laterals it. Now he's going to go to Maddox. Maddox at the 30-yard line, and now it's a lateral, and Curry's still going.
No way!
Curry's
No way!
It's
a touchdown! It's a touchdown!
Scores! The game is over!
It's back on the field. It's defense forcing a couple of 3-and-outs since they got that fumble recovery inside the 10. And it's Tomlinson. And he got tripped up by David Thornton. Gains 3. How about the performance by Cortland Finnegan?
Yeah, I'd say he's off to a very, very good start. The blitz early, nobody picks him up. And then in coverage, when you catch it, you're not getting many yards, and that was really a special play. A lot of pressure put on a defensive back in a corner a couple times a game. That was one. You just hope not to give up a long completion, but the intercepted, it's game-changing.
A 2nd and 7. They've contained Tomlinson so far. The Titans pointing and wanting a flag, and then one is drawn. It's Tony Brown pointing across the line.
False start, offense, number 79, 5-yard penalty at 2nd down.
And that's who Tony Brown was pointing to, Mike Goff. Again, they've kept Tomlinson under wraps. We talked to LT and about, that sting of that playoff loss to New England last January. He said it took a couple of months to let go of it, and he thought back to how his former coach Marty Schottenheimer had implored him, you've got to learn to just move on, let these things go.
That works well in the season, regular season, but when the playoffs are over, what do you look forward to? Well, it's a long time off. That's why it's hard to let go.
From the backside, Rivers throws it incomplete. They did not quite get Rivers finished off. That was Vanden Bosch, who had sacked him 3 times last month in the meeting in Nashville.
Not only did he sack him 3 times, he hit him at other times, and there were a couple plays just like this where Phillip Rivers just gets rid of the football, and Marcus had a very tough time. Marcus McNeil against Vanden Bosch down there, Jim. You said that, and so far today they're not helping him out. They're telling McNeil you got to take him one-on-one.
Rivers was lucky that ball was not picked off by David Thornton. This is the 4th time